It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday. What? Yeah, it's okay.
What's up? This is Jeff. Welcome to Jeff's podcast, and today we're talking about one of the authors of the hit series, including Konosuba, Kemono Michi, and the latest is Combatants Will Be Dispatched, which adapted into an animated series. Well, the series is available now on Muse Asia in Southeast Asia, including the Philippines, Funimation in the US and Europe, and Anime Lab in Australasia. We're talking about light novel author and manga artist Mr. Natsume Akatsuki. Akatsuki is known as the writer of the hit light novel series such as Konosuba and Combatants Will Be Dispatched. He is also one of the creators of the chibi-style crossover Isekai Quartet, which published by Kadokawa, together with Kogane Makoyama's Overlord, Tappei Nagatsuki's Re:Zero, Carlos Sen's Saga of Tanya the Evil, Aneko Yusagi's The Rising of the Shield Hero, and Light Tsuchihi's Cautious Hero. He is also one of the most successful novelists ever to read on, and also a manga artist. His first creation is Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, which published as a web novel in Let's Become Novelist or Sosetsuka ni Naro under his pen name Chitaku Keibihei from December 2012 and October 2013, and published in Kadokawa's Sneaker Bunko from October 2013 to May 2020, together with illustrations by Kokone Mishima, releases 17 book volumes. The comedy centers on Kazuma Sato, who is sent to a fantasy world following his death where he forms a dysfunctional party, including a goddess, an archwizard, and a crusader. I've been watching 2 seasons of the animated series, including the first season in January 2016, followed by the second season 1 year later in January 2017. The show has full of humor, funny, and very whimsical, including the cast such as Jun Fukushima, Soa Amamiya, Ai Kayano, and Rei Takahashi. Fukushima saying "Yes, I'm Kazuma" when 3 girls called out Kazuma, plus funny names such as Megumin's idea called out Kazuma's sword weapon is Chun Chun Maru, and shouting explosion before her magic drains out. Takahashi did a great job of streaming her voice all of a sudden, while Amamiya also has a serious, funny humor for Aqua, and for Kayano, she did her pulp face for darkness actions. Studio Dean is producing 2 seasons of the animated series and adapted into an animated film, Konosuba the Movie, The Legend of Crimson, which released in Japan in August 2019. Japanese animation studio JC Staff is producing for the animated film, replacing Studio Dean after working for 2 seasons of the TV series. The show calls out one of the funniest series in the winter season. After the success on Konosuba, his next project will be Kemono Michi and focuses on the wrestling isekai genre. For those who know watching wrestling like WWE or World Wrestling Entertainment, Impact Wrestling, AEW or All Elite Wrestling, and even NJPW or New Japan Pro Wrestling, this show is just for you for making Suplex City. Welcome to Suplex City. Kemono Michi centers on the famous pro wrestler Genso Shibata, also known as Animal Mask, who is suddenly teleported into a fantasy world led by Princess Altena Elgardratis during the title match for the World Championship. The princess asks Genso to kill the beast and free the kingdom, but Genso is an animal lover, so he declined Princess Altena's request, knocking out the princess with a German suplex and leaving the castle. Genso is living with a new world and starting a new career as a beast hunter. He met a wolf girl, Shigure, who is an extremely greedy and ambitious wolf girl who dreams of becoming rich. Hanako, a half-human, half-dragon and the sole heir of a noble family, and Carmelia Bernstein, Hanako's trustworthy vampire maid and Genso's distaste. His goal is to befriend and capture as many monsters as possible in order to realize his greatest dream, becoming the owner of a pet shop. The manga series features a collaboration of Akatsuki and Japanese pro wrestling promotion DDT Pro Wrestling, also known as the Dramatic Dream Team, which became one of the top promotions in Japanese indie wrestling by creating a unique sports entertainment style with a Japanese pro wrestling flair to the matches. It also had agreements with various mixed martial arts and professional wrestling promotions around the world. The manga was authored by Akatsuki together with illustrator Matakumosuke Yumeuta in Kadokawa's monthly shonen ace in November 2016. The animated series airs for the fall 2019 season, and this is an anime version of Brock Lesnar's Suplex City. Brock Lesnar for Congressman of Suplex City, and Genzo Shibata for Mayor of Suplex City. If there's a corrupt activity, they're going to send a German suplex out of nowhere. There's a mix of wrestling moves as seen in the anime, plus a reference from his previous work from Konosuba, such as the monster eats Carmelia, which is a reference from Aqua's careless actions, plus Jig, a mysterious giant ant works for Genso. But don't be confused to call him Steel Jig, it's from Goldagai's works. And last is Combatants Will Be Dispatched. It's the successor of Konosuba, and the story centers on the underground criminal group Kisaragi Corporation as Chief Operative Combat Agent 6 and her android partner Alice Kisaragi as they explore an alien planet, and the first thing he does when he gets there is changing the sacred incantation for a holy ritual to the most embarrassing thing he can think of. If 6 wants a promotion and raise, he'll have to work much harder than that. For starters, he'll have to do something about the other group of villains on the planet, who are calling themselves the Demon Lord's Army or whatever. After all, this world doesn't need two evil organizations. This is called Vintage Natsume Akatsuki, because Agent 6 poses Megumin's tagline Explosion, and Rose did the Megumin pose or possibly JoJo pose. This is one of the poses that pays tribute to Konosuba anime, and JC Staff is producing the animated series after producing Konosuba the movie Legend of Crimson, which released in August 2019. The show has a comedic relief, and the main character is going fight solo, while the rest of the female characters do plenty of work, including Snow, who acts as Aqua 2.0, as well as Grim, who also acts as Darkness 2.0. And for those who want to try to use a password, please try specific ones rather than you might better visit the Kanayama Shrine in Kawasaki, Japan, where the festival takes place every first Sunday of April. The light novel launched together with illustrator Kakao Lantanum in Kadokawa's Sneaker Bunko in November 2017. So there you have it. What is your favorite Natsume Akatsuki series that you like the most? Whether if you read a light novel or manga or watching an anime, he's the one who makes a lot of laughs or possibly a barrel of laughter. If you have comments or suggestions, let us know in the comments. Follow Jeff11 Manchester on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/skifferboy, and send an email to jeff11lfs@gmail.com for PayPal or GCash if you're in the Philippines and other countries. But that's about it for Jeff's podcast. This is Jeff. We'll see you in the next podcast.